What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Space City Cannabis Live. This is going to be Smoke Sessions, episode number 239. Checking out some Zikigai from Z Gardens, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget to smash that like button. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you want to be a part of the live chat, the only thing I ask is that you come in, say what's up, and be a part of the live chat. A lot of people always skip this step and always wonder why they're being put in timeout or why their comments are just being taken off. Come in, say what's up, and be a part of the live chat. Your very first comment should always be a greeting, a hello, what's up, what's going on, what it do, yo, sup, or any combination of the above. You don't have to do it, but if you want to be a part of the live chat, that's it, man. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and check out who is all here, guys. We got Sweet Sense Amelia says, yo, Space City, how are you? I got my Space City Runch yesterday. Smokes great. Lovely flavor. Hey, that's dope, man. I'm glad that you liked your purchase. And what more could you ask for? Shout out to Sweet Sense Amelia. We got Tony T says, salute. Session coming up. Smokers, get ready. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Tony T, man. Great to have you on another live stream. We got Ruben Wall says, what's up, Mr. and Mrs. Space City? What's going on, Ruben? We got that 713 drink. Say, yo, what's up, everyone? Smash that like button. Yes, sir. What's up, Drink? How you doing? Ruben Wall says hello to everyone. Michael Brunson said, what's good, everyone? What's up, OG? Great to have you on another live stream, man. And be sure to let us know what you're smoking on if you're smoking on anything. Ruben Wall says, yes, smash those likes, everyone. Indeed. Tony T says, rubber-dubba-doo. Hell yeah, guys. Got a little something special, man. I got a little donut rolled up right here. I'll save that for a little bit later. Got Mrs. Space City says, welcome in. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Shout out to Mrs. Space City. Don't forget to subscribe to her channel as well, guys. We got That Boy Jay says, hello, Space fam. Hope everyone has a great smoke today. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie, That Boy Jay. And if you guys enjoy grow content, go check out my boy's channel, That Boy Jay. He just posted up a new video. I believe it was a video, or was it a short? I think it was a video. Might have been a short. Either way, go check out his channel. And if you enjoy growing content, like I said, check out my grow channel as well. After you check out That Boy Jay, check out Space City Grows. Joe Brown says, howdy. What's up, Joe Brown? How you doing? Tony T says, Mr. Space, a.k.a. Pro Roller. Jeffrey Barstow says, what's up, Ski? Ruben, what's going on, Jeffrey? We got Marcus Bennett in the building. So, yo, what's up, Space City and fam? What's up, Marcus? I ain't seen you in a minute, G. Hope you've been well. TJ says, hey, what's up, TJ? How you doing today? And that's pretty much it, guys. Let's go ahead and hop into the Zikigai right here. Y'all let me know in the comments if you guys ever seen this char, heard of it, if you've heard of Z Gardens. These are going to be the guys that are over there with Kush Clinic and Hash Tribe. Z Gardens, Kush Clinic, Hash Tribe. These are the guys that pretty much produce the toad venom, with the exception of Ronin being the actual growers of it, I believe. This stuff has great Skittles nose to it, y'all. If you guys are fans of Skittles, which a lot of people tend to be, this is going to be right up your alley. Strong Skittles nose with a nice rainbow belts back end, guys. I just cracked open the jar and my whole garage smells like a nice, funky Skittles, man. We got East Coast 87. So what up, everybody? What's up, East Coast? I appreciate you pulling up. Marcus Bennett saying shout out to Ruben. Tony T says, so what we doing when we hitting 40 likes? Pigs now and 15 minutes extended live? That's a great idea, man, minus the pics now. If we can get to 40 likes, man, we'll go ahead and extend the live for 15 minutes. What do you guys say? That sounds pretty cool, man. But yeah, like I was saying, this is the Zikigai. Hopefully the camera... There you go. Camera get it focused right there. Let me bring the light down. Look at this flower, y'all. Shout out to the homie Hash Wars 710 on Instagram. That's who I got this from, local to Houston. We got the homie Jake Milligan said, what's up, Space? What's up, Jake? How you doing today, man? Ruben Walsh has never heard of Z Gardens. I don't doubt it. This is some of the flower you can only get from a rec state. Zikigai. Let's go ahead and grind some up, and let's check it out. And big old bud and just a little bit of stem right there. Y'all see that? Pretty cool, pretty cool. We can get this thing to focus. There we go. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. Jeffrey Barksdale says Ski done put some thought into that one. Hell yeah, you know he's been thinking about that. East Coast 87 says, anyone know a good Skittles cross to grow? Breeder recommendations. Check out Terp Hogs, man. Terp Hogs has the original Z. If you want anything Skittles, I will go hit up Terp Hogs. They also have papaya, different flavors crossed with Z's, but I know their stuff is absolutely solid. They're a bit pricey, but you pay for what you get, man. And they're the guys that did the original Skittles. And they ship their seeds, man. Terphogs.com. Hogs is with a Z, not an S. TERPHOGZ.com. And then Umami Seed Co. is another good company to buy from. Umami Seed Co. Tony T says, Jeff, I'm just that smart. Jeffrey Barksdale said, boom. Hell yeah, man. Simmons says, space, what it do? What's up, Simmons? How you doing, man? East Coast 87 says, right. Hell yeah, man. Be sure to check them out if you want to grow some quality. And don't forget to cut them clones, man. That's what's going to make it worth it, man. Keep a mother plant, cut some clones, and you got Skittles for a long time. Let me go ahead and grind up some more. Nice little budlets right here. And of course, don't forget to smash that like button. If we get up to 20 likes, we'll go ahead and do a dab. Today's rosin is going to be Bubble Yum. So be sure to get that likes to 20. We'll go ahead and take a dab, man. Also, if you haven't done so already, man, check out today's review after the live stream. Today's review was Monster Cookies from Shop Hello Mary. And that one was definitely one that you guys need to check out. I don't know why I put the flower mill out. I'm over here using this thing. Anybody else catch that? It's almost like I forgot what I was doing. All right, we'll put this to the side. We'll grab our little X tray right here. And this stuff definitely deserves a glass tip, guys. So we're going to be running glass tip. Got the flour spread out nice and even. And give me just a second and we'll get that glass tip situated. Let me hop back into the comments for just a second, too. We got the homie Dennis Haltman says, what up, Space? What's up, Dennis? How you doing today, man? East Coast 87 says, always keep clones that have lost some keepers, being lazy, slipping. Hey, man, that can happen to anybody, brother. Ruben Wall says, how's it going, Dennis Haltman? Tony T says, today I'm going to be extra nice to K-Ham. Too many lemons for him last live. Don't want him as a full-on enemy. He was feeling some kind of way. K-Ham, don't be mad, bro. K-Ham said, Ruben Wall says K-Ham is on his way. Watch. We'll see, man. He probably heard I had a donut. That's probably why. Dennis Halsman said, just fine. How are you, Ruben? Hey, yeah, Tony T says, where's that super smoker K-Ham? Hey, don't try kissing his ass now, man. It's too late. He's got it seared in his memories. Man, Tony T called me K-Nap. I'm never going to let this get over. Never gonna get over this. What do y'all think of my K-Ham impression? Thought I was pretty spot on. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do away with this little base. Go ahead and start forming our nice little roll right here. Beautiful, guys. But yeah, if you grow, man, definitely go check out my grow channel. I got a lot of dope stuff on there. I uploaded about 5 to 6 new shorts. Check out the last harvest. That's going to be the Cali roll, the baby cedar, the mama cedar. Fire, fire stuff, guys. And right now, we're just pressing this flour down, not pressing too hard, just making sure that it is nice and even right there. Gonna go ahead and seal it up. Cut off the excess. And then we'll push in our filter tip. Very nice. Then we just go ahead and add in our top. And there we have it, y'all. Nice little roll. Sheesh. All right, let's go ahead and spark it up, y'all. Excuse me. And this is going to be Skittles times Rainbow Belts 2.0. Shout out to everybody watching. Let's see who else hopped up in here. Everybody's cracking up, man. Tony T says, excellent. Indeed. We got Seymour Cannabis says, cheers. Nice. I'm smoking on the SFV OG. Man, I was smoking on that SFV OG yesterday over at the Glass Lab, man. That stuff is some absolute fire. It was great. I want to say he got it from LA Family Farms, but I could be mistaken. Tony T says, been hitting the like on most of those shorts. Hell yeah, I appreciate that, Tony T. Marcus Bennett said, hey, Space City question. How can I access those baller jars? All I need is one. Bro, that's a great question. The only thing you got to do is go hit on my boy Only Hash. His Instagram is @_onlyhash69. Hit him up. Let him know Space City Cannabis sent you, and you'll get squared away with one of those baller jars, man. But you got to act fast, man, because those things fly. And I didn't believe it at first, bro, but trust me, them baller jars are quick to go. Ruben Wall says, great roll. I appreciate that, man. Nice doink. I bet that tastes great. This one definitely tastes really nice, guys. That Skittles flavor is very pronounced. And if you know Rainbow Bells, that's just nice sweetness on the back end. So definitely a really solid smoke, y'all. Don't forget to smash that like button, man. We got 24 people watching. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go check out the review once this live is finished. And guys, look at the view count on today's video, and you guys will see the difference between a video that is shadow banned and a video that is not shadow banned. So basically, this new video was not age restricted. Allowing it to get actual numbers, actual legitimate views, as opposed to just being hidden. Oh yeah, guys, look at that. When you see that ash turning white right off the rip, that's what you want to see right there. Great Skittles flavor, guys. I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of Skittles as well. I've had a fire cut of yellow Zushi. That was a great Skittles thing, or a great Skittles strain. This one is no different, guys. I think I'm actually hit up Terp Hogs. I think I'm gonna take my own advice, pick up some of those original Skittles seeds, and start running that, because Skittles, I definitely gotta have that in the rotation. It's real smoking, real nice and even. Camera's been having trouble focusing today, so it's too fire. Damn, definitely some nice Skittles right there. We got Marcus Bennett says, thanks, brother. Yes, sir. You already know, man. We got Plants and Boxes says, hey, guys. What's up, Plants and Boxes? How you doing? Jeffrey Barksdale says, hey, Liz. East Coast 87 says, we like Skittles, too. Hell yeah, man. Who doesn't? But definitely check out Z Gardens. I don't believe you can get this shipped straight to your door. This is going to be like a Telegram plug or another well-connected plug. Or you can just go out to Kush Clinic out in Los Angeles, California, and try your luck at grabbing one of these jars. I know they're not open to the public. I believe Kush Clinic does delivery only. But if you're in LA, you can definitely get it delivered to you. Wait, take it. Yeah, guys, you see that getting nice and soupy. Ash is stacking up very nice with a great color to it, man. But of course, that's only one half. The other half of some good flower is the taste. Is there a lingering aftertaste on the palate as well once you're done smoking it? And of course, the effects. But for me, the effects always come last. Yeah, that's definitely solid right there, y'all. Dang, we're already at 18 likes, y'all. That's crazy. 18 likes. We're 16 minutes in. And that's what's up, guys. We're averaging 1 like a minute. And damn, that was the last paper I had in there, y'all. Meant to be. King size. Definitely fire. Good thing we got a hash roll rolled up, too. Jeffrey Barstow says, hope your birthday was great. Playing some boxes. Looks like we got a lot of people that know each other in the comments. Plants and Boxes says, it was great session with you guys. That's dope. Tony T says, summer for sure over in Sweden. 35 degrees Fahrenheit today. 35? That's cold as hell. You sure you don't mean Celsius? Plants and Boxes says, best papers? I love these. Yeah, man, I've tried a few different papers, and I'm finding that the Elements are definitely my favorite. I do want to try the Elements Phantoms. Those are the new ones. They're supposed to be thinner than the Elements that I have right there. Pretty much comparable to Raw's Ethereal. Even though it's the same company, a lot of people just prefer the Elements logo. So they made an Ethereal pretty much for Elements. And if this is your first time joining the live chat, be sure to come in and say hello. Your very first comment should always be, hey, what's up? What's going on? What's the deal? A little bit of common courtesy will always go a long way on the channel. If you don't, you will be put into timeout. It's only fair to warn. Jeffrey Barksdale says, did you guys catch the Raw Paper Factory tour? I did not. That was on First Smoke of the Day. I'm definitely going to have to try to catch up on that one, but it looked very cool, man. Tony T says 21 Celsius. There we go. 21 degrees Celsius. I knew it couldn't have been the other way. And look at this Zikigai smoking real good. And that nice Skittles flavor is carrying all the way through. It's not diminishing at all. The longer that you smoke on it, just nice, consistent flavor. We got the homie Smith Fished and said, hey, what's up, Space City? Doing a maintenance job for 2 months at a nuclear power facility while it's powered down, so I got to stay clean till it's over. Pray for me. Damn, bro, that's got to be the wildest comment I think we've ever gotten on the live stream. Somebody working from a nuclear facility while it's powered down. Got to remain clean. Never know, man. You might have a random test come up sometimes, dude. But shout out to you, Smith Fishing. I appreciate you tuning in to the channel, even though you can't smoke anything, man. About to say, my camera is high on the job, y'all. Y'all seen that? Bless you. Got the homie Durbin Brown said, yo, what's up, Durbin Brown? How you doing today, man? Plants and Bison says, we'll smoke one for you, Smish. Definitely, man. We're going to dedicate this one to Smish Fishton. I'm hitting it for you, man. Jeffrey Barstow said, I learned a bunch. I didn't realize Raw makes juicy J papers. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. No, he said not 21, 2.1, 2-1. I don't know. I think Tony T's got fat fingers, too. Smish Fishton said, appreciate it, plants. We got the homie K2 said, what up, man? First time here. Look like you smoking some gas. What's up, K2? Thank you so much for checking out the channel. But most importantly, man, I appreciate you coming in and saying what's up. You can't imagine how many people come in and their first comment is just some blanket statement, man, that really nobody cares about. Come in, say hello, and then we can get invested in what you're talking about. But shout out to you, K2. Right now we're smoking on some Zikigai, coming from Raw Gardens. It's going to be Skittles times Rainbow Belts 2.0, coming from Z Gardens, Kush Clinic, and Hash Tribe. And it smokes like this. Mr. Space City says, welcome in, K2. Welcome in, welcome in. Ruben Wall says, white ash, that's some fire. Hell yeah, guys. Now, I don't want anybody to get confused or get misconstrued in any way. White ash doesn't mean good bud. The only thing that the white ash signifies is that it's smoking clean and it doesn't have a lot of moisture in it, right? Now, there are a few other factors that will make a bud strain fire, right? And a lot of those are just unique to each person. What might be fire to me might not be fire to somebody else. But the other things that we look for is the flavor. Does it have good flavor? Is it very prominent? Is it a little bit muted? Is there a nice soupy resin ring, the white ash? And is there a flavor left on your palate once you're done smoking? Those are typically the characteristics that I look for when I'm going to say something is fire. But yeah, Ruben, this Zikigai is definitely fire. I'm excited to smoke this hash show right here. This was with some of the homegrown Baby Cedar and Kiwi Kush. Kiwi Kush from Only Hash and Baby Cedar from Space City Cannabis. East Coast 87 says proper humidity equals optimal smokability. Yes, sir. Got to make sure those plants don't have too much moisture in them. And that's always going to be the most challenging part, especially when you're growing. You could do everything right throughout the whole grow. Plants will look super frosty, crazy loud nose. But if you don't dry them out and cure them out right, it destroys your whole crop. I'd say the drying is the most essential just because that's the precursor to curing. But if you dry your plants out, if you dry that moisture out way too fast, that's how you get that hay smell. You lose all your terps. You got to make sure the temperature's right in there. A lot of people run 60 and 60, but that's one of those things that, isn't really attainable for a lot of people in drier climates or warmer climates. The way that I dry, I try to keep it between 70 and 72 degrees. Typically takes anywhere from 8 to 12 days to dry. Just making sure that the moisture isn't being drawn out too fast. It's typically about like a degree a day or a degree every 2 days. So it'll start off at about like 68%. I'm sorry, not degrees, percentages, 68%, and then slowly drop till it gets to about 60, 59, and then we go ahead and trim it up and put it into jars. But let me know what you guys think. Smish Fishing says, thanks, guys. Absolutely. Ruben Wall says, 21 like space. Hell yeah, man. That means we're about to take a dab. Let me go ahead and pass this to Mrs. Space City. And I'm going to load up some of this bubble yum. I think that was actually dirty. I think I got a little bit of power left in this. Got 29%. That's exactly how much we need. We got this bubble yum rosin coming from Shop Hello Mary. Absolutely tasty. Plants and Boxes says, man, I lost a couple of buds to bud rot. Ooh, dang, that sucks to hear. Bud rot, you gotta be careful. Too humid. What I like to do is I like to put a little, are they called hydrometers? I got these little black squares that I put inside my mason jars just to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on the moisture level in there as well as the temperature. We got Crypto Kitty say, hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone be smoking that fire. Well, I hope so. So far, the Zikigai is some pretty fire, y'all. Sitting all those boxes, the flavor, the smoke, the aftertaste. Very nice. Go ahead and grab a little piece of this. Ooh, just a little slice. Man, my camera's faded, y'all. Y'all see it? Can't even focus. Let's go ahead and drop that in here. You got the Focus V Carter 2 with the nice dyno top on it. Wet top. You guys know I usually like to run a dry top, but I got a couple wet tops. K2 says, me smoking some forbidden fruit, but yesterday I had me some Perm OG fire. Damn, Perm OG sounds good as hell. Plants and Boxes said, I used those. My room was too humid. Couldn't control it. Yeah, man, that's crazy. All right, guys, we got a nice dab loaded up. You put the sleeve right back up in there. Got it nice and sealed up. And let's hit dab number 537. Here we go, y'all. East Coast 87 says, I'm in Virginia. We have high humidity and rain, so I had to have very strong resistant cultivars outdoor. So far, Humboldt's been killing it. Damn. I'm very interested in trying my hand at outdoor one of these days, but definitely the controls, the parameters, all that will be very hard to control, as well as pests too. Cheers, y'all. Great flavor on that boba yum. Oh boy. Definitely potent too. You see the glass top fills up nice and milky. With some nice clean filtered hits. Ruben Wall says, K2, how's that forbidden fruit smoking like? We got a bunch of letters. Media says, what up, though? What's up, G? My bad, I ain't read out your name all the way, man. I'm just go by media, but what's going on, homie? How you doing today, man? I appreciate you checking out the live stream. Plants and Boxes says, I love that glass piece. Looking for a new one for my Carta. Yeah, this one was pretty dope. Whew. Had to clear it out right quick. Let's grab some Q-tips. Let's clean this off, and then what do you guys say we spark up that hash oil? Here we go. Definitely want to make sure you clean up this underside right here. This is typically where all the rosin splashes up. And go ahead and clean up the sides right here. Now, y'all let me know in the comments, do you guys clean out your atomizer after every single hit? Or are you running it 2 or 3 times before you actually go in there with the Q-tip? I try to clean it out every single hit, guys. Every single one. I'm in here with the cotton swab. And the reason why is because I've done the 2 to 3 hits, and I found that the rosin sometimes burns onto the atomizer and leaves a stain. So that's what's the problem with my Puffco. If you guys look at the atomizer, it has a little bit of burn marks on the side, and that was pretty much just from reheating. Or it could have just been bad rosin, one or the other. And we're almost at 4,100 subscribers, guys. That's crazy. 4,100. I feel like we just passed 4,000. We're getting more and more people watching the channel every single day. Be sure to check out today's review. The Monster Cookies was absolutely fire from Shop Hello Mary. And don't forget to use code Space City. Now let's go ahead and spark up this donut. There we go. Naomi Tony T says, K2, you've been to the Himalayas? One of the mountains over there named K2. I know that must have gave that homie Tony T flashbacks as soon as he heard that name. All right, guys, here we go. This is going to be the Baby Sita with the Kiwi Kush rosin. The Baby Sita is homegrown. I believe the cross on that is going to be Lemon Cherry Gelato times Lit OG, Lit Farms Genetics. Look at that. First hit in already has a resin ring. You can already see the color on the ash turning, and that's on the first hit, guys. You can definitely taste the lemon cherry in it. Tiny bit of sour from the Lit OG. Very nice. Very, very nice, smooth exhale too. Oh man. Yeah, guys, I feel like I'm finally getting the grows dialed in to where I'm able to have those nice flavors, that nice bag appeal. What I am finding with a lot of genetics is the herm rate. And the herm, basically what that means is that you can have a female plant that anywhere in the stage of flowering, typically like after the 4th week maybe, but can herm due to stress, either temperature, not enough humidity, and pretty much just generates seeds. So you'll have fire ass bud, but it'll have a couple seeds in it. So trying to lock that in, trying to get all the parameters going good so that you can't have those fire ass buds, the tasty buds. But another thing that I'm finding is that a lot of that has to do with genetics. So a lot of breeders, you got to be careful. There's a lot of seed breeders out there that are just slapping random names on random bags of seed and shipping it out just like that. So but yeah, guys, this Baby Sita is smoking nice. Tony T says, shaking little thing of the Shiras. Yes, sir. The Layup says, yo, what's up, Space? What's up, Layup? How you doing, man? I appreciate you joining the live stream. We got my homie Big Sancho pulled up, too. Said, what's up, fam? What's up, Big Sancho? How you doing today, man? I appreciate you checking out the channel. Tony T says, you used regular or feminized? Feminized for sure. I have run regular, and that one ended up being a male. Big Sancho said, what up, gang? What up? None much, man. You know, just sitting back, smoking another donut. This time with some homegrown flower, though. And this Baby Sita is definitely smoking nice. But I think that Kiwi Kush is adding a nice little flavor on the background, which makes the whole smoke just really, really enjoyable. And just a little recap, guys. Today we were checking out some Zikigai from Z Gardens. And this was coming from Kush Clinic, Hash Tribe, and Z Gardens. It also has a little phrase on the side. Feel free to pause the video and read that if you'd like. And then the cross on this is Skittles times Rainbow Belts 2.0. Definitely some solid flour. What do you think about this? Good. Big Sancho says, chilling, brother, smoking some donuts with you. Damn, that sounds like a good time. This thing's smoking real proper, y'all. Glass tip with the additional paper filter inside, of course. With a nice lemonade on the side. Tony T says, you getting herms of feminized seeds? Stupid me thinking that only happens to regular. Now it can definitely happen to feminized seeds as well. Homie Big Sancho says he's been on them LA Dank Co. donuts. Them joints super decent. Man, LA Dank Co. I might have to check them out. I just got caught up on Cali Blaze and I got stuck, bro. Cali Blaze has some fire ass donuts. And when you buy in bulk, man, they come out at a great price that nobody can beat. Oh yeah, guys, this hash roast is definitely smoking nice. The homie John Bennett said, yo, what's up, Space and everyone? Shout out to the homie John Bennett, man. I appreciate you pulling up, OG. Let me know what you got going on. Big Sancho said, just ordered a 10-piece from Cali Blaze Gang. Hell yeah, man. That's the best way to do it. And please tell me you use code BRealTV to get that discount. It should have came out to about $195, making each one of those hash rolls $19.50. Crazy. But yeah, the permanent market times honey banana was definitely my favorite. Oh snap, we got Shop Hello Mary in the building too. Shop Hello Mary says, hey fam. Yo, what's up, Shop Hello Mary? I appreciate you checking out the stream. And I know you got a bunch of fans in the comments once again. Tony T says, everybody hitting the like button for real? Tony T sound like he getting mad. He said, I seen a bunch of people come in. It's only 24 likes, man. What's the deal? Tony T about to hit somebody. Big Sancho says, Liz, happy belated. Bless you. Mr. Space City says, Shop Hello Mary. Welcome in. John Bennett said, nothing much. Just stop messing with this car for the day. About to roll up some purple Skittles. Hey, purple Skittles. John Bennett. We was just smoking on some Skittles ourselves. We had some of this Z Gardens Zikigai Skittles times Rainbow Bells 2.0. Coming from Z Gardens, Kush Clinic, and Hash Tribe. Ooh. Just ashed it too. And look, we got a little donut right here, guys. These are going to be Space City donuts right here. We got some of the homegrown baby cedar and kiwi kush rosin. Smoking very nice. Tony T says, Shop Hello Mary, please make it legal in Sweden and set up shop, please. Tony T. Yeah, they definitely got the power to do that, man. Tony T says, Shop Hello Mary, change the laws. Oh, shit. Look who pulled up, everybody. Can't hand say what up, everybody, except Tony T. Nah, he ain't salty at all, man. Mrs. Space City with the donut emojis. Thank you so much. We got donuts in the chat. John Bennett says, Shop Hella Mary, what's up? About to smoke on your stuff now. Hell yeah, guys. And be sure to check out that Monster Cookies review that we dropped today, man. That thing is doing good. Tony T says, not K-Ham. John Bennett said, donuts. I'm going to get one later on tonight. Hell yeah, John Bennett. Tony T said, please. Shout out to that 713 drink for the donut emojis. Yes, sir. A little donut right here. Mr. Space City says the rule is to say hello. It doesn't have to be everyone if you're having a bad day. For sure, for sure. But Z Gardens, Zikigai, this was definitely some nice flower, guys. 2 Fire Strain Skittles and Rainbow Belts 2.0. Damn, we jumped up to 28 likes. Tony T, how's that? You scared the shit out of everybody. Tony T got 4 more likes after you said that. But yeah, guys, nice little donut. Be sure to check out today's review, that Monster Cookies. Coming from Shop Hella Mary. Damn, that's a gaper, dude. Sheesh. Tony T says, as usual, say, look at that gaper. Hey, you ain't know what I was going to say. K2 says, I'm thinking about ordering me the 10 from Cali Blaze. Should I do it? Shit, dude, I did it, and I'm probably going to do it again. Plan some boxes says, getting ready to get off work. See you guys later. Take it easy. We got K Han says, hello, Mrs. Space City. Dennis Haltman says, what up, everybody? And you too, K Han. Smoking Joe says, in the house, what up, brother? What's up, Smoking Joe? What's the motherfucking deal? Smoking Joe, you smoking? Or you not smoking? Let me know. Tony T says, people shaping up, much appreciated. They know Sweden got the authority. Tony T, you a fucking character, man. I'll tell you that. But yeah, guys, for everybody just tuning in, shout out to the replay squad as well. This is what we were chiefing on today. The Zikigai coming from Z Gardens. And this is going to be Skittles times Rainbow Belts 2.0. Definitely some nice fluffy flour. You definitely get that Skittles nose as soon as you put your nose up to it. And then a little sweetness on the back end from that Rainbow Belts. Definitely shows up on the smoke, the nice strong Skittles flavor, and just nice all the way down to the end. Z Gardens. Shout out to Hash Wars 710 for the jar. Is it Hash Wars 710? And that is their handle on Instagram. What do you guys think, man? It's Dono smoking pretty solid. Yep, Hash Wars 710. That's going to be Benjamin's choice. Huge shout out to you, homie. I appreciate the jar. Woo. We got a few more reviews already loaded up too. We got the Emerald Runts. That's going to be the next one, I believe. No, that's going to be going up on Friday. This Zikigai review is the one that's going up tonight at midnight. And then Monday, we got the Emerald Runts. We got Zikigai, Bolato's going up Friday, and then Emerald Runts is going up Monday. So we got the next 3 reviews already loaded up. I don't think I'm going to drop anything on Saturday unless I come across something that's pretty cool. Then I'll go ahead and drop that on Saturday. And of course, Hash Hole Sunday, guys. Y'all be sure to join us for Hash Hole Sunday. Basically, every Sunday, we have different hash holes. Lately, we got a huge surplus of rosin, so we've been rolling our own hash holes. But before that, we had Kaya Farms, we had LA Family Farms, we had Bayou City Exotics hash holes on there, we had Mochi Donuts on there. So definitely come check it out on Sundays. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. And of course, go check out Mrs. Space City on YouTube as well. Hit the subscribe button. She is almost at 100 subscribers. Tony T says, dog smoked out, been very silent. That's because they're not out here, man. They've been locked up, dude. One of them is a little bad dog, man. Peeing on everything, dude. The other one's all right. But no, they're not out here right now. Damn, Tony T, you've been watching too long, man. My boy K Han says that Token Turf's hash hole, oh my god, top 5, and it ain't 5 flavor, and it ain't 5 flavor was crazy. Damn, that was that Toad Venom one? What was the flavor like though, bro? I'm trying to imagine what this Toad Venom is like. If it's like a OG, if it's like a candy, if it's like a fucking earthy. Tony T says, oh, don't lock them up. Love dogs. Oh, man. These little weenie dogs, bro. Little badass fucking dogs, man.
They got like a 10 by 10 in there.
Yeah, you can let them out. You can let them out. You can let that. The dogs heard we was smoking a hash and got mad, y'all. Shout out to El Rey, Cuban and Mexican cuisine. This lemonade's on point, G. Oh, man. Whoo. My boy Smoking Joe says, dang, Scooby, come on here. Get in here, Scooby. Smoking Joe said he's smoking on some Lit Farms Blue Zushi. That is definitely some fire right there, y'all. That's definitely sold out, too. I think I'm going to load up another dab, y'all. This Bubble Yum was definitely smoking. What are you doing, man, dog? He wants to talk on the mic. Teddy, what you gonna say? What you gonna say, Teddy? He said, you guys loading up a dab? You gotta put it up a little bit more. There he goes. You're cut out. Shout out to Teddy. That was Teddy's paws right there, man. He seen I was loading up a dab and he wanted to double click it. Tony T says, watch out now, floors are wet. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take this last dab. Well, it's got 27%, man. That's the thing I like about Carter. It's gonna take you to the end, man. This is gonna be dab number 538. And this is Bubble Yum. And a huge shout out to all the people that share the channel. I get a breakdown every Monday that tells me how many likes the channel got, how many hours people watched, how many times it was shared. And a lot of you guys are sharing the channel. So cheers to you. Oh boy. Oh man. Look at that milkiness right there, y'all. Cheers. Oh man. Whew. Starting to get the dab sweats. K Ham says I didn't even smoke the toad. I smoked a cheaper one. Orange Skittles and naranjas flowers. Times Talimon rosin from WCA. Damn, that sounds incredible. Orange Skittles and naranjas. I remember Token Turfs had that naranjas for a while, dude. I wonder if that's the same one. Tallymon's definitely a hitter, dude, for sure. Tony T says, my friend's dog stole my whole mix one time. I looked away 3 seconds, mixing bowl in hand, dog lick and gone. Damn. He said, yoink, you wasn't watching me. Boba Yum, definitely tasty, but I think I prefer the juicy fruit. Juicy fruit had a little bit more flavor, but you can get both of them from Shop Pillow Mary. Clean the underside right here. Yeah, guys, if we get 40 likes, man, we'll go ahead and do extra 15 minutes on the live stream. Shout out to Tony T for coming up with that one. And yes, guys, the likes is what helps propel the channel. It puts the video out there to more viewers and just gets more people into the live chat, man. I don't know if I had touched on this earlier, but the Umami Seed Co., they're doing a grow off with the Zoda BX1, which is basically just a back cross of Zoda. So basically Zoda times Zoda. But they are issuing a grow off. You don't have to be an expert. Anybody can join. Only thing you have to do is purchase some Zoda BX1 seeds and then put them to germ. You got to make sure you germinate them by September 30th and then go ahead and submit a picture of the germinated seeds. And then more instructions will come in October. Pretty much you have to grow out the seed, then you cut a clone and you grow out the clone, and the finished flower is what you submit. But a lot of the judging is going to be based off of just photos and videos of your flower. So cinematography is going to be a huge, huge bonus here. So I'm hopefully going to catch some dope shots of the plant as it grows. As you guys have seen a lot of the shots on the Space City Grows channel, the buds tend to come out super frosty, very nice. The close-ups look incredible. So I'll be sure to capture that and keep you guys updated, man. There's $12,000 worth of prizes. So very excited to see how I stack up. It's definitely going to be a dope experience. But shout out to Umami Seed Co. They got an episode dropping on first smoke of the day on Monday. But if you look it up right now, you can definitely catch some shorts and see Umami Seed Co. on first smoke of the day. And it seems to be like we're moving into a breeder's era where rare genetics and terps are going to be reigning supreme as opposed to cheap packs. But y'all let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. K-Ham said, me and my cousin smoked some Space City cheese. They were impressed. Oh, no way. And K Ham has that rare cheese, that fruity cheese, the one that came out smelling like fruit, which is crazy. I still got to review those packs too, man. Just when I thought I was caught up on all my packs, I forgot that I'm going to be reviewing my old harvest or my last harvest. I'm going to be reviewing that on the channel as well. And that was the Jedi Juice, the cheese, and the Shoreline times Purple Nurple times Cody U. So that was a crazy cross. Let me check something. Damn, we're at 29 likes, Tony T. We almost got to 40. But just a goal to work towards, man. 40 likes, and we'll go for an extra 20 minutes. How's that? We'll go for an extra 20 minutes if we can get to 40 likes. Rosin we smoked today was this Boba Yum coming from Shop Hello Mary. Of course, you can always use code Space City over there to save. Same thing with AC Infinity if you guys want to start your growing journey. Highly, highly recommend the 2x2 all-in-one system. It's going to come with everything you need besides the soil and seeds, but you can get that from AC Infinity as well. They have a beginner's bundle where it comes with seeds. They are partnered with Athena as well, so you can get your nutrients from them. But be sure to use code Space City and save, I believe it's 15% off of your purchase. So definitely comes in handy when you're making that big purchase. The 2x2 tent is $300. It's $299 plus tax, and you take 15% off. And with the money that you save, you can go ahead and grab a beginner's bundle, which comes with cocoa and some seeds. The flower that we were checking out earlier was the Zikigai from Z Gardens. And the cross on that was Skittles times Rainbow Belts 2.0.
Teddy.
Just wanted to catch you guys up on everything. Just a nice little recap. And also, check out this hot knife from Bomb. I did a review on this along with that magnetic mag loud or whatever that was. This has a long ass blade on it, man. Probably one of the best blades that I've come across, especially when you're dealing with those baller jars, because usually you can see the rosin gets all gunked up right here just because of that short blade, as opposed to this other one right here. And then over at bombofficial.com, you guys can pick this up for about $32 after using code Space City. Definitely very sturdy. It's titanium finish on it. Very cool. Tony T says, hello, dog. Mr. Space City says, that's naughty, Teddy. K Han says, Teddy barked at me constantly. He did. Teddy, or Scooby was cool, though. Scooby was like, hey, man, what's good? What's good? What's good? You got some donuts? All right, guys, we're already at the 59-minute mark. Feeling pretty good after the Zikigai. That hash show was definitely busting. That's that Baby Cedar with the Kiwi Kush rosin. And that Baby Cedar, of course, is lemon cherry gelato times Lit OG. And right now we're running a couple more Lit Farms genetic seeds. Going to see how that goes. And after those, we're definitely going to pop some more half baked and have that umami grow off going on. So definitely going to be dope. So a huge shout out to everybody watching. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to come over for Hash Hole Sunday. And with all that being said, this live is brought to you by Space City Cannabis. I'm going to fuck with y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.